Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you're keeping fine and safe in this pandemic situation. So just stay home, that's all I have to say. Let's start today's video. In this video today, I'm going to discuss about how admissions are taking on in this lockdown period since exams mostly have got cancelled. ISC, ICSE and many board exams have got cancelled. So how admissions are going on. So let's discuss. So in this video, we will talk about the school level, that is plus 2 level. How admissions are going on in the plus 2 level, that is in 11th and 12th. Now, as you know, in class 12, there is no admission. There is only admission for class 11. But how is this going on? Let me say you, this is going on with a very particular mathematics. Since ICSE has got cancelled or various class 10 board exams have got cancelled, they are calculating the marks of the students in a very particular way. Now, how they are doing that? Raw material or raw percentage is being calculated. That is called raw marks. Okay, what is that marks now? You will be calculated on the highest marks that you have got either in class 11 or in class 12. So accordingly, they will calculate that marks, the percentage of that marks, and there are various steps after all. That standard deviation is computed, and then various other things are also calculated, and then the marks is given. For basically a paper which is having 30%, which is having theory and practical, 30% weightage is given to the practical portion and 70% weightage is given to the theory portion. After that, after various calculations taking marks from class 11 as well as 12, the marks is computed. Now, usually the marks which is highest either in class 11 or 12 is calculated, is taken into consideration basically. Even after that, if you are not satisfied, if you're not happy with your marks or you think you deserve more and marks that you have got is less, there are chances, or if you can appeal or request your school or wherever you are appearing from, they will do a rechecking of your answer calculation, of your marks calculation, and then they will be giving you the final marks. Or else, if you wish to give the exam, there is provision for that also, but that is very much subjective to the present condition. What decision is being taken and what conditions are there for your exams to be conducted, that depends. Okay, now coming to change of schools. Now there are various students who wish to change schools in the plus 2 level. For them, admission has a different criteria. For this year particularly, most of the schools have cancelled their admission test. No admission tests are being taken because admission test being present there physically and giving the examinations is really very difficult. And relying on the online examination, especially for schools, is really not a favorable option. So what they have done is most of the schools in the plus 2 level have cancelled out their admission test, as a result of which they are depending on the previous year's marks. That is the year when examinations were held offline, not on the online marks basis. Okay, because that they consider as being most reliable marks, proper marks. In fact, they might be considering. So accordingly, they are determining the students in such a way. But for many schools, what is happening is they have stopped admission from outside schools. They are not taking students who belong to other schools. That means they are retaining their own school students. They are not having any provisions to allow outside school students, since assessing them have become really very difficult. We do not know actually on what marks, on what basis they have to be admitted. So the correct way they have decided is to stop admission of students from outside schools. Basically, they are retaining their own students in their very own schools, giving them the streams that they are fit for, that is either science, commerce or humanities. 80% marks will be required in the science subject if you are opting for science, that is for physics, chemistry, biology and maths. Or if you wish to take computer, so 80% marks in that. If you do not get 80% marks, then what will happen? You will be shifted to a different stream, that is the commerce stream, maybe, if you wish so. So then what is happening? If you do not score 80%, you are given a commerce stream. Commerce stream, the range of marks varies between 60 to 80% in most of the schools. Apart from that, if your score is below 60%, they are opting you to take humanities stream, which is the English stream. And then even if you are getting a good score and you wish to take humanities stream, that is also applicable, definitely, as per your choice. But this is the normal structure or the normal rule that most of the schools follow. Now, I told you that for the science stream, the usual percentage is 75, is 80. But there are many schools considering 75% because of this pandemic and lockdown period. But there are many other schools also considering the science percentage to be 70. So 70 percentage can also be taken into consideration if you wish to take up science as your stream for class 11th and 12th. Pre-board marks are really not taken into consideration because there are many schools who were not prepared with the pre-board marks, or there were not proper preparation, and there were many schools who did opt for pre-board examinations through the online mode, where the link was given, question papers were given through email, and they are not relying on those marks because they believe that getting the question paper through mail can be an open book examination. Okay, because since ICC or ISC cannot be an open book examination, or the questions cannot be application based, so they are trying to avoid those kind of marks which students have got through such a difficult period. So you might have questioned that why we are the suffering ones. Definitely there's no answer to this. All the students who are having their educational career right now, they all are suffering because of such decisions. Now it is good for some as well as it is harmful for others. Definitely there are pros and cons to each side. Definitely I do agree to this. But the thing is, now school is sticking to their own particular decision, because since ICSE or the class 12 exams have been cancelled, there is no pressure from the board, but calculation of marks has to be done in a proper way, in a correct format. Otherwise, after class 12, since you are going to the graduation level, for the college level, marks calculations and such things becomes really difficult. So for the board examinations, the marks calculation which is done, I have already explained, and on that basis only you will get either science or commerce or humanities accordingly. If you wish, if you're getting a higher percentage, and then if you're wanting to get a different stream, maybe your percentage is 80 and you do not want science, then definitely you will be given the stream of your choice. But if you're getting a 60 percentage marks, but then you opt for science, then the problem arises there. You will not be allowed to take that. Based on that, you will be calculated your marks, that is the previous year's marks will also be considered. And there are various complex calculations that are being done. It's not that just the average percentage or just the calculation of raw marks is done. There are various percentage criteria that is followed for the board marks calculation, and then finally your marks is formulated. So definitely if you're getting marks, then trust them. They are really not giving you average marks or something, just a generalized marks or generalized score you're getting because your teachers know you, or it's everything is so generalized now. They are not checking the papers properly. It's definitely not so. The process or the thing that how the marks is calculated is really very complex. It's a difficult way the marks is being calculated, and definitely your highest marks is being considered. So based on that, definitely I hope you will be getting good marks for your board examinations. For practical and theory, I have also discussed that 30% weightage to your practical paper and 70% weightage to the theory paper. Accordingly, marks are being calculated. So I hope your percentage for your board examinations will be fine enough. So all the best for your next admission. I hope the marks calculation has been clear. There is pre-boards are not being considered, as I already told you, but the marks of the last year is being considered, so that your marks will come into a better position. So I will end my video here, because I have given you information already about your marks calculation. So all the best. Trust the marks that is being given. If you have any doubt, I already told you, discussed with you how to lodge a complaint, or what you can do if you think your marks are not appropriate and you think you deserve better marks. So you can talk to your school, make an appeal, or write a letter to your school regarding the same, and definitely your problem will be solved. So thanking you all. Thank you. Stay safe, stay at home, and stay happy. Thank you.